Hey, it's Ryan from Upfit Supply, and in this video we're going to be unboxing the Legend DuraTherm Door Liners for the RAM ProMaster City. Let's get into it. All right, like I said, this is the DuraTherm Door Liner kit for the RAM ProMaster City. These are cut specifically for that van, so you're going to make sure that you're selecting the right vehicle when buying these liners. They ship in this giant box that has to go on a pallet, unfortunately, so that's why a lot of times you see those shipping charges and you're like, what? And it's just because they're so large. The liners are so large, they cover the size of a vehicle, so they have to ship on these pallets. And so I'm just gonna open these door liners here quick. So you can tell, this could go in a smaller box, technically, if you look at it. These all together. Yeah, so. But a lot of times what you're doing when you're ordering these liners is you're buying door liners, wall liners, ceiling liners, and a floor. And so all of that shipped together on one pallet, it just all works out. And even though this goes in a little bit bigger box. So you can see we have 4 panels in here. And I'm not 100% sure what goes where, but this covers all 4 doors in the RAM ProMaster City. Yeah, I really do not know which liner goes where. But these are the DuraTherm liners. These have a layer of insulation on the back. You can see there's a layer of foil and then there's a layer of black insulation. The entire liner itself is about a ½ inch thick. And you know, the plastic layer protects your van essentially. You know, if you're loading in a toolbox or lumber or some equipment and you accidentally nick that sheet metal, it's going to dent, it's going to chip paint or fleck paint on the outside. Then you start inviting corrosion and rust and all that kind of stuff. So this really protects the van, and then the insulation on the back is an additional benefit to help control sound in the back of the van. It also helps control the temperature in the back of the van. So it's a nice solution from Legend for protecting the back of your van. Now I can see right here we have these little pre-drilled holes, and this smaller size usually means that you're using a self-threading screw. You see a bigger hole, that usually means there's going to be a plastic push and clip. But I can also tell here just from the hardware pack that we have a bunch of self-threading screws and little screw cap covers. So these cap covers are basically the same gray color as the liner. You put a screw through it and it's got a cap to cover that screw so those don't show through. So this does include all of the hardware that you need to install it on the doors. One thing to take into consideration is the installation manual is not shipped in the box. You're going to want to go to our website, type in the part number in the search box, load the product page, and on there's a tab for the installation instructions. We're also going to be installing these in the ProMaster City behind me, so there may actually be a video there as well. You can watch that video on how these are installed. Now the DuraTherm liners, they are available in gray like this or in a white finish. The gray is textured, kind of like, I don't know how well that shows up on video, but it's got this texture to it where the white is more just a flat, there's no texture to it at all. Now you can see there are 4 panels here in the kit. These actually cover the upper part of the door. So there, you know, in the ProMaster City, on the bottom parts of the door, there's black OEM trim there. That stays in place. This goes in the upper part. So for us, I believe we're only going to be using these 2 liners because we have glass in the back, and in the upper part we have the glass delete. So this is going to go over that portion of the door. We could technically probably get this in where we have glass in the back, but we're not going to do that. Now here's an example where you would not need door liners. Is if you have glass on the sides and you have glass on the back and you don't want to obstruct that. These door liners just cover basically where the glass goes on the door. So that would be a situation where you would just want wall liners and ceiling liners and not want some door liners. Now, one thing to take into consideration as well is that the door liners, the wall liners, and the ceiling liners are also separately. So if you order the door liners because they seem a little bit cheaper and think that you're going to get everything, you're only going to have liners for the door. So we make that because there's some upfits or some situations where you don't need door liners or you don't need a ceiling liner or whatever. And so it just makes it flexible and easy to order what you need and not what you don't. So if you are looking for these door liners from Legend or any other equipment to upfit your van so that it's work ready, be sure to check us out at upfitsupply.com. Again, my name is Ryan, and have a good one.